there are seats available, and stop going around buying things you don't need. I'm going to be here, and if you don't come, the next chair you sit on will have an enormous spike which will come up through the bottom and electrocute you. Now, the time is ticking away. Please come to the stage or stay where you are at your peril. You can introduce me now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Slattery! So, hi Tony.
Hello.
Are you having a nice day?
I'm having a lovely day. I haven't been to many of these things, and they're quite odd psychologically, but everyone seems to be having a good time. And they don't pay to come in, do they?
Oh, they do, yes.
Oh, they do? Oh, that's disappointing.
They pay to come in, but then there's lots of things that they don't have to pay for inside.
Well, there are lots of things that they do have to pay for.
Well, that's true, Tony.
So they do spend a lot of money coming here.
They do, yes, but they...
Where does the money go?
Where does the money go? The money that they pay to get in here goes towards the next event.
That makes sense.
Yes.
And do you have any overseas bank accounts?
Well, if we do, I've not been told about them.
Okay, knowledge is no defence in war.
No, true.
Anyway, hello, you're nice.
I'm very well, thank you. Yes, I'm having a great day, and I'm...
Me too.
Really...
It is lovely, and everyone is, there is a buzz here, and as I keep saying, everyone is here because they want to be here. No one's forced them to come here. It's like a huge kind of sci-fi bargain hunt or something like that with those terrible people who argue over £2 for a piece of crap, and then they get excited when, oh, we got a profit of £2.
This is true. Now...
Am I setting the right tone?
You're setting a marvellous tone.
Good.
Yes, it's absolutely perfect.
Who does your hair?
Who does my hair? Nobody.
It's lovely.
Oh, thank you.
It's like a bit like Glenn Close in Fatal Attraction.
All right. Okay.
It is. It's kind of golden and a lovely kind of 80s perm.
This is natural.
Well, you know, Glenn Close's wasn't.
No, I had my crystals.
You are a lucky man.
Thank you. I am lucky because I'm sat with you, and
thank you.
This is a joy for me because I'm going to take myself back to a time when there was 4 channels on the telly, and on a Friday night, an absolute gift to anybody who watched telly was the Friday night comedy on Channel 4. And it was a mixture. There was American things like Roseanne and Cheers, and there was British stuff like Vic and Bob, and an amazing programme called Whose Line Is It Anyway that introduced us to a totally, almost, I mean, people hadn't heard of improvisational comedy, had they, Tony? It was new to the public.
You're absolutely right, I don't think so. I thought Whose Line Is It Anyway, which is popular with many people, and did take off, and it didn't invent improvisation, but the good thing was the company nailed the format for it, which worked, and some lovely people, and people talked about it the next day. It was like when I was young, and Top of the Pops was on it, and people in the playground, children in the playground, talked about various stars, and people talked about Whose Line Is It Anyway the next day. It had its time. It went to 8 years, got good ratings. We didn't get paid much. We were naive, which I was naive in trying it. Sometimes you get residuals saying, I've got one, I'll show it to my friend. So you get a residual payment from 8 years. Whose Line Is It Anyway? Zambia, £1.14. Now, you think I'm joking, I'm not. But it was an absolute joy to do, and it came to its natural end. Then it went to America, and people really said, I decided not to go to America because they told me, and this might sound like sour grape, but they told me it would be heavily rehearsed. And I thought, there's no point in an improvisation show if it's rehearsed. And the alarm bells went up because, you know, wonderful Richard Branch, who used to play the piano so brilliantly, and the guitar, just improvising on any musical thing. It could have been an opera, and that was his mind. Dr. Richard Branch, one of my friends, I hope to see again soon. But in America, they had a 4 or 5-piece orchestra. Now, how can that be? And of course, it was perfect. And also, it was American. You got onto the stage, there was a few of the audience who were already in a state of medical hysteria with their laughing and clapping their hands so hard that they dislocated their shoulders. And these people were no one did anything. So, that wasn't my cup of tea. As I say, it sounds like sour grapes, but I enjoyed the Who Find things very much.
It brought a lot of joy to a lot of people, is what I like to say.
You
brought a lot of joy to a lot of people.
Oh, that's really kind of you.
Me included. Now, we did have a little chat yesterday when you first arrived, and you said something that sort of made a little spark in my mind. You talked about conventions and how some people who may have done something very small at some point have been followed around for the rest of their lifetime. Now I'm going to ask you about something potentially very small. I mean, you appeared in Red Dwarf.
Now, Red Dwarf is an iconic, brilliant series. It is known around the world. Many sci-fi buffs see it as a piece of perfection. And I've been to conventions where people, I think they have done material which they want me to sign. Tell me something. And how many episodes did they make? I mean,
they're still going on digital channels. There's quite a lot of episodes now. I think about 12, 13 series.
13 series. I was in 2 programs, and I was the voice of a camp vending machine. And the other one, I voiced an Australian cartoon opera. So I was never seen, but one of the commentators, there were quite a few people that you're the only signature I haven't got. And that was lovely because I was only a vending machine, but you were quite right. People who are fans, it's almost a religion to them. With all the people who are here, I can see are having fun. They're just wandering around, and it's not spot the famous person. It's often spot the thing I haven't got. Where is that Alice band that was used by I don't know, and Whittaker in Strictly Come Dancing or something like that, which is the only time I've admired Anne Whittaker. There she was, spinning around with her legs apart because she's a dreadful old cow. Now I know there are women there, but if history teaches me anything, it is that Anne Whittaker should never have been born. And that's the lighter side of my personality. And now I've lost the plot. What were you saying, and who am I?
Well, you're Mr. Tony Slattery.
Thank you.
Yes, we have just been discussing your parts on Red Dwarf.
Red Dwarf? Oh, I think part of Red Dwarf. I was a cartoon Australian soap opera, and I was a voice of a vending machine. And I don't know whether that's in something like Wikipedia. I've never had it on any sort of CV or anything. The things you find on, I once looked up but you know Burke's Periods, which is all the ability and things like that. There used to be one, a kind of more modern one. people of today, especially people who are on telly and things like that, and it's completely wrong. It says something like Tony's hobby. This is true, you can know. Tony's hobby, or it might be Wikipedia. One of them says Tony has an enormous collection of vintage dinky toys. Now where on earth did that come from? Also, Tony's hobbies are, this is true, inventing, making a Ouija board. One other of those things where learn about your favourite stars. This was a few years ago. Tony remains happily married to his childhood sweetheart and has 3 lovely girls. And, by the way, that's not true. I'm very happy with my partner of 38 years. But when you read things like that, it does not, I'm sure some people got the mail, but it just makes me laugh. And especially worse in the unbelievably despicable cesspool that is social media as we see it. This was meant to be light-hearted, didn't it?
It is. Well, the good thing is you can come to places like this and talk to us about and put the truth out there.
Oh, put the truth out there. Okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I'd like to talk about as well.
Okay.
You were in a film that I really enjoyed as well, Peter's Friends. Now, I enjoyed that. That was at a point in time where sort of British films and foreign films were making a little bit of a comeback, weren't they? We sort of had a little tiny golden ripple of popularity again in movies. And that was a great film and a great cast, wasn't it?
I really look back with great fondness at Peter's film. I think we're selling 2 copies. They're quite hard to come by. Not a touch, excuse myself. But they wanted Kenneth to have the edition for it. So it's not a kind of friendship network. But in the title, Stephen Fry, her name is Team Fry, Stephen Fry, Gene Lloyd, Kenneth Brown, in Melrose, Bournemouth, fully to the Lord. It was just a lovely film. Oh, and everyone had said, this will take you back. One of the greatest singing soundtracks of all time. So if you can't get a copy of it, I think we've got 3, then do it. I'm really proud to have been part of it. And as you said, it was a time when things were bubbling on. And Peter's Friends was the opening film of the, I think, British Film Festival. And I look back at that one with great fondness. So I'm pleased you mentioned it.
Very good film, very good. What I'd like to talk about now, I'll tell you what, has anybody got a question for Tony? Has anybody got anything they'd like to learn? Don't be shy, but if you don't, that's alright. I haven't got other questions, but I just didn't want to be, I didn't want to hog in.
No, I think often in these situations, people are quite shy. There's either that, or there's something else. That's human nature. But if there's anything, it looks like doesn't have to
You need the bathroom or something.
remember these times this age, and of course it's both sad and heartbreaking, but it's I used to watch Who's on Anymore, and some of my daughters, and he was my grandson, and he loved it as well. And so I know I'm 64, I know I'm older, in my heart and in my soul, I feel so much older. And that's a good purpose for joy and fun. So I do these things up and down the country, and you can check on websites and things which are very, you see, I'm a bit of a Luddite, and when I turn a light on, I go, ooh, how did that happen? So with all these things, and modern things, electricity and things, and just there, good old-fashioned entertainment, small bright place, bunch of people just laugh. Oh, but also it can get slightly weird in terms of where we go, and it's all audience suggestion. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm really enjoying it.
That's good, because you're going to be doing a bit of that for us, aren't you, after this tour? You're going to be doing a bit of improv for us, aren't you, after we've finished our tour?
Apparently I am.
Yes.
I didn't know that, so I got to. But apparently I am doing, say, 20 minutes.
Yeah, a little 20-minute show in upstairs, Harbour Room 2.
So, hello everyone in this auditorium. This is another security alert. Tony Slattery speaking. When Aretha Poverty runs. Finished?
Sorry, yes.
You know what great, yeah. So where will it be?
Sorry,
So, keep saying
talking to me, Tony. It's in It's in Harbour Street 2 at
Hammer Street 2.
Harbour Street 2 at 2 o'clock.
Harbour.
Sorry, this is my accent again, sorry.
How are you spelling that?
I'm saying it harder because I'm from Hull.
Right. Tony Slattery is doing again an interview in Harbour Street 2 at what time, Bob?
At 2 o'clock.
At 2 p.m. And what's going to happen is there'll be Tony Slattery and someone called Alan Lear, who's a fantastic improviser. And we're going to play two of my favourite improv games, just me and Alan. And if you come along, the suggestion will be yours. What's the capacity?
I don't know, Tony.
You don't know again, and you're the organiser. Right.
Yeah, I didn't organise that room.
No, you have to organise it.
Yeah,
you don't know where it is.
How do you try to these three chairs?
Ladies and gentlemen, come to somewhere which is unknown and as yet unbuilt. I'll be there for doing a 20-minute set for you and you alone. I'm not getting paid for it. I'm doing it because I love it. I wouldn't go that far. I'm doing it because I love Hull. And it's, well, you know the time? 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock somewhere in this building.
Harbour Street 2.
It's 2 o'clock in the Harbour Street, which is a kind of pub restaurant. I think just on one of the steps. Where is it?
It's just upstairs.
Upstairs. So you go upstairs. Pardon? You'll have to shout.
It's up there.
That's a invader. Ladies and gentlemen, at 2 o'clock, I'm giving you a show up there. Great, and you're most welcome to come along. We don't know the capacity. Could be 20, could be 500. But I will play for one person if there's only one person who comes. If no one comes, I will try even harder.
Excellent. I want to ask you one tiny last little thing. And I know that it might be tricky in your memory, this one.
Okay.
It might not be. But flicking through an old Doctor Who book of mine, there's a photograph of you, and it said you auditioned to be the 8th Doctor. Do you recall this audition?
Oh, I recall the audition.
Yeah.
Thousands of people auditioned to be the Doctor Who on the film.
Yeah.
Paul McGann, a fantastic actor. I was number 2, but he got it. And I thought that's where I saw the audition, and it was quite funny. I don't know how many people have seen the audition, but the rumour having, I don't want to spread rumours, but I'm going to. Paul McGann was a producer's girlfriend at the time. So I don't know. But that's just hearsay, wouldn't stand up in court, and therefore I can say it. The rumours were pretty false, let me tell you. That's as near as I got to Doctor Who.
I'll tell you what, assistant doctors did exist and are now in that canon. So somewhere out there you may be a doctor. There may be a book or something coming out, who knows that? That looks at the alternative age doctor.
Well, I haven't understood a word you said, but that's marvellous news for everyone. So everyone, there may or may not be a book about something connected to Doctor Who, where? Somewhere upstairs.
Anyway, I'd need to give you time to get into costume or character or makeup or whatever.
Just get into the venue.
Just get into the room is going to be...
I now want to get someone up there.
So, if you would like to see legend of TV improvisation, Tony Slattery, do a performance just for you guys. It is somewhere up there in Harbour Room 2 at 2 o'clock for 20 minutes. This is a great opportunity, everyone, to go and see an absolute legend. I'm really chuffed and pleased that he came to see us today. And go and have a chat with him later. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tony Slattery! Right folks, stuff is continuing at a pace, so let me give some announcements in. Just so you've got some idea, you can keep an eye on the clock. We have got, at 2 o'clock we have got Mr. Tony Slattery in the Harbour Suite 2 giving an amazing one-off performance for you guys. It will be absolutely fantastic. Comedy based on your ideas, totally unique, really, go and have a look at it and see it. At the same time, on this stage, we're going to have the Phoenix Squad, who are the amazing stormtroopers, bounty hunters, Sith Lords that you've seen walking around today. They're going to come up on stage. Always a great sight to see some of your favourite characters amassed. And then that will be followed by our second free drawing workshop, and you've done your Marvel stuff and your superheroes. This is Chibi time, and you'll be working with one of our best friends at Comic-Con, Abby Stabby, and she's got certificates for you this time. It's always enjoying to see people drawing her creations. So we provide the papers and pencils, you just need to come and watch happen, and that's coming up in about half an hour. So loads going on, everybody. Don't forget, there's all sorts of stuff happening. If you are entering the cosplay competition and you want to be judged, you will need to, at 2:45, be in Harbour Suite 2. That is where the judging will take place, before the prize giving on stage a little later. We've also got back to the board up there with your board games. They'll go through instructions with you, show you how to do things. There's hard games, there's easy games. We've got the VR headsets up there. Go see John with the VR headset. He'll help you kill zombies and things like that in a virtual environment. And please make your way upstairs to go and meet our amazing comic book creators and artists who are doing some amazing work. And if it wasn't for comics, Comic-Cons wouldn't exist and we wouldn't be here. So we need to make sure we're supporting them and looking at the fantastic work. A lot of it goes a lot deeper than you think. A lot of it goes into different things that might affect you or might be something you love and enjoy. Yeah, there's loads of good stuff there, and we've got Bishop Burton College Art and Design students up there who will help you do some amazing colouring on drawings that they've been working on. There's some of them now, very pretty. So go and see them, and don't forget also we've got our charity up there, Castaway, do great work for people with learning disabilities, making sure they get a chance to do music and perform on stage. £1